No. See, here, you're playing games with me because I asked you about your usage and you made it appear as though you hadn't used in forever, which I already knew.
Oh, no, I have relapses. I do have relapses.
Nope. See, you're doing semantics with me, and I don't like when people do semantics. Because
he has.
He's not good for you. He's not good. I'm sorry. What? CR 5620, State of Texas versus Amber Lay Holland. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Alberto Esposito III.
The record. And are you Miss Holland?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Holland.
Holland. Okay. Did you understand that the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, just after reviewing everything going on with my client, we ask that you follow our plea bargain agreement. I believe she's accepting responsibility and wanting to show the court that she could be successful on this probation. So just ask that you follow it.
All right. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am. I've been employed at the same company for 14 years.
What do you do?
Administrative assistant for a construction company.
What does that entail?
I do the books. I do billing, invoicing.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Do you live by yourself?
I just purchased a home last year. I live with my boyfriend lives with me.
And who is your boyfriend?
James Jones.
How old is he?
43.
What's his date of birth?
1/18/80.
How long have you been together?
On and off for about 3 years.
So does anybody want to look up Mr. James Jones? 1/18/1980. Does he have a criminal history?
He got a DWI. He had a DWI, but no.
Anything else?
I mean, years and years ago, like 15 years ago, but not with drugs.
What did he have?
I believe it was a robbery.
What's the date of birth?
1/18/1980.
Jones
Yes.
Had a robbery case, Judge, that he was sentenced in 2000. He got an 8-year sentence on a robbery case on March 27th of 2012. I don't see any other local history other than that.
All right. So let me just tell you why I asked that, because people are always like, Judge, why are you in my business? All right. So the reason why I ask these questions of who people are living with is because I want you to make sure that you're on the right track to complete this successfully. I take no joy in people being on probation and then failing probation and maybe going to prison. And I think you don't want to end up going to prison. So usually they always want to know who people are surrounding themselves with. And honestly, in the life that you only have one life to live, and you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with positive people. People say you can't choose your family. That's true, but you can choose to cut them loose if they're not being a positive influence. And you definitely should not be bringing someone into your life that's not going to be a positive influence. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why I asked these questions.
No problem.
Does he have any children?
They're both out of state. He has 2 children.
Are they adults or no?
Oh, no, they're youngsters. One is 4 and one is 13.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
All right. Have you ever used drugs?
I've used drugs in the past.
All right.
Yes.
What type?
Methamphetamine.
Okay.
In 2007, I got clean. I've been clean. Not that I haven't relapsed a couple times throughout the years. I have a job. I hold a 802 FICO. I've held the same job for 14 years.
Mhm.
I'm very blessed. I'm with Celebrate Recovery. I go to NA, and I'm with Revolution Church, a member to Revolution Church.
Okay. I've heard of all those things. I've heard of Revolution Church as well. Okay. 2 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment within 15 days. And I'm giving you 15 days because you say you're already employed. There's, all right. So, you want to change, could we go on the, oh, that's okay. That's fine. You want to change what you told the court earlier about your UA and what it's going to be?
Well, I thought it's been 3 days, so I did think.
No. See, here, you're playing games with me because I asked you about your usage and you made it appear as though you hadn't used in forever, which I already knew.
Oh, no, I have relapses. I do have relapses.
Nope. See, you're doing semantics with me, and I don't like when people do semantics because here's the thing. I am trying to give you conditions that you will be successful at. Now, let me just tell you what you told me because my mind is a steel trap. You made it appear as though you hadn't used meth for a while. What you told me was, oh, yes, of course I've had relapses. But you didn't tell the court that you had relapses 3 days ago. And you knew that you more likely than not were going to test positive for meth and all of the things else that you tested positive for.
And I
but let me just
whether I should come back up and tell you.
No, but you didn't. And I can tell you what you did because I know what people do. You were praying all your way for that UA, and you were praying when you requested a bottle of water, praying that it was going to be negative. And now it wasn't. And so now you know what's going to end up happening. Is that person here, Mr. James Jones? Mr. James Jones, you're going to have to find someplace else to live. You cannot live with her. There's going to be a no contact order. And you know why? You can have a seat, Mr. Jones. You know why there's going to be a no contact order? There's going to be a no contact order because I know for a fact that even if you don't intend to get a haircut, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. And if you are using, you know what that means? That means that he's using. And that means that he is not a person who should be in your life, that he is holding you back. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not going to be having any contact with him.
Can I take a UA? Because I've been clean since 2011.
So there's to be no contact with James Jones, and he had better find a new place to stay. And the fact that he's staying with you and is not trying to get you help for your drug use, that's another reason why he shouldn't be in your life.
He has.
He's not good for you. He's not good. I'm sorry, what?
Just got out of rehab.
See, that's the problem. You should not be hanging around with people who just got out of rehab because both of you all are struggling. And the fact that you're testing positive for drugs, and I guarantee you, he can say all he wants. I'll do a UA now.
No, he really is clean.
No. You're not to live with him. You're not to have contact with him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if I find out that you are living with him or having contact with him, that's going to be a violation of your probation. And you're going to end up going to the state jail facility. And guess what? If you go to the state jail facility, he's not going to be there with you because it's not co-ed. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there's to be no contact with James Jones. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month, and I'm going to want that random so we can see if she is allowing him to live there. And I'm going to want a TAP evaluation and follow the recommendations of TAP. If TAP wants inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment to begin with, intensive outpatient treatment. And instead of regular UAs, I'm going to want the UA hotline, and I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. And let me explain something to you. In this court, honesty is really the best policy because that tells me whether or not you are in a specific phase of your sobriety. The fact that you're not being honest tells me you're deep in the throes of your addiction. And how old are you?
47, almost 47.
All right. So you're getting to the point in your life where you're going to have more of your life behind you than in front of you. But guess what? You are walking on the edge of a knife with that statement I just made. You know why? Because you're throwing into your life the fact that you have a drug addiction and you're using drugs and you never know what you're going to get. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So Mr. Jones is out of your life. And I know you love him. You probably think this is the end of the world. But guess what? This is not Romeo and Juliet. You're not a teenager. He hasn't been in your life as long as you've been alive. So you need to sell away from him. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
If you violate this, you're going to be coming over here answering for this case in a blue uniform. And you know why it's going to be blue? Because you're going to be in custody.
Yes, ma'am. I want this pension.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Judge.
Record.
Ma'am, I brought Psalm 91 with you, so
I'm sorry.
I said, I brought Psalm 91 with me too, so.
All right. And what is Psalms 91? Now, here's the thing. Number one,
Sorry.
you brought Psalms 91,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's not something that you've written, which means you've torn that out of the Bible.
But I got it, I'm gonna take it back to the dorm.
Yeah, but you tore that out of the Bible.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, no, I mean, you should apologize to the book. That's a destruction of a book.
Oh, I'm so bad, I'm
You know,
sorry.
it's sort of like if you, honestly, if you were to tear anything out of the book, when we were in law school and people were super competitive and you were doing your research, sometimes people would hide a book, file the book somewhere else, or take pages out of a
I'm
book.
so sorry.
Apologize to the book.
I'm sorry, God. I mean.
You know, when I
When
I started school, and my grandmother, my mom always tell me, you know, you take a book and when you open the book, don't break the spine, and you go to the corner of the top of the page and you turn from that corner, but you don't tear pages out of the book, because now guess what? If somebody's looking for that psalm, they don't have it.
I got it back there, but you wouldn't let me bring the whole book. And just so I brought it with me because I can't remember that much, you know, I can't remember the whole thing, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's
okay. Now you know.
Thank you so much.
All right. So what would you like to say to the court?
Well, I'm sorry for I'm sorry for picking up this person's ID that I took, and I'm sorry that we did the stuff that we used it to get a motel room. I'm sorry for everything. I gave the guy money to so he could pay him back at the when I was there, because he came back because his ID was used, and I knew better to give it to anybody else. And to be used for something that, you know, wasn't right. It was just really cold outside that night, and I found it in a parking lot at the gas station. That's not right to do. And the man got it back, but I apologize to myself to allow me to. And I know that it's not anything I can do about it now. This is where it's at now, so I can only put my hands in God and you and whatever y'all believe should happen. And I'm really whatever happens to me today is what I did and I deserve. So I put it in y'all's hands and God's hands. I'm sorry for that, and I don't know what else to y'all got me shaky. I can't really talk. My mouth is kind of dry. And y'all are really just, and if anything, whatever happens, but I just really, y'all are some really extraordinary people, all y'all lawyers and all y'all judge, y'all are amazing people. And y'all are like hell's angels, y'all not in a bad way, but the people at the gates of hell, you know, when you do bad, y'all send them to.
Oh, you're talking about the four horsemen? Who are you referring to?
Well, I mean, just my angels, you know what I mean? Like my angels that you know, if people, if they did something bad, I know y'all see through it, you know, y'all got everybody here that y'all see the same thing every day. And, you know, I can't.
Well, what I can tell you is I don't see anybody as criminal. I see everybody as a human being, and I take each case on a case-by-case basis. All right. So is there anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, well, yes, ma'am. Every day every day being locked up, I've played this in my mind over again. What I'm going to say to y'all, and everything I can say, and I just, I don't know what to say, but now, but to be released from now that I know that I'm gonna get whatever I get today, and I'm gonna accept that, and it's what I deserve, and I'm very sorry for the victims that you know, that the stuff was used, and
All right, Mr. Lindsay, here's the problem. This is what I tell a lot of people who come before me. Your criminal history is like a credit report.
Yes, ma'am.
So when people look in your credit, they decide, should I lend you money? Should I not lend you money?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm looking at your criminal history. 1997, failure to identify. 1999, a theft, and you were given deferred adjudication, and then you were revoked. I'm assuming they taught you not to steal, which everybody should know, because everybody in school, you're taught you shouldn't take what doesn't belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's one of the commandments, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in 2002, burglary of a vehicle, you were sentenced on that. Then 2005, unlawfully carrying of a weapon. And I believe they took all of these cases together because you also had a driving while license invalid. 2006, driving while license invalid. 2010, that was dismissed, driving without insurance. Then you had June 2010, possession of a criminal instrument. 2012, possession of prohibited knuckles. I'm not taking that into consideration because it was dismissed. 2016, driving while license invalid, enhanced. And you received pretrial diversion for that.
What is that?
2000, that means that you completed whatever they wanted you to complete, so they dismissed it.
Okay.
And it's not officially a conviction. 2019, theft under $100 enhanced. 2020, you had the possession case, you released on bond. 2022, driving while license invalid, enhanced. Then we go to felonies. You have the burglary of the habitation force in 1999, you were given probation for that, you were revoked, and then you were paroled on that. Then in 2004, we have possession of controlled substance, felony group 1, less than 1 gram. And then you have a previous forgery of commercial instrument or check from 2006. You were revoked and sentenced to 6 months in the state jail facility, which means they placed you on probation. You didn't do well, you were revoked. So you've been revoked and placed on probation more than once.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have theft of a vehicle, sentenced to 10 months in the state jail facility. Then you have theft under $2,500 enhanced. You were sentenced to 5 years and you were paroled. Then you have the assault public servant bodily injury in 2013. You were sentenced to 5 years. Then you have, let me see what's here. These were dismissed.
Ma'am.
Then you have this possession case enhanced as a habitual, and they reduced it. And now we're here for this instant case. So while you're apologizing to tearing pages out of the Bible so you can remember what has been written, let me tell you what the complainant in this case is, what's happening to her. This officer spoke with Annabelle Saldana. She stated that she is unaware of any damages or financial losses she experienced due to this offense and is not asking for restitution. She did know that her license had been stolen because someone used her information to rent a U-Haul in a game system. After reporting her stolen property, she was cleared from any financial responsibility of those charges and is still in the process of having that information removed from her credit. She stated that she does not believe the defendant should be given probation for what he did. She stated that she worked and saved in order to buy her own home, and the defendant's actions damaged her credit. She will be unable to buy a home until she clears this damage for her credit.
Ma'am.
So here's the thing about that. You did your joyride. If there's something else you would like to say, you're more than welcome to say it.
Okay, I got an address right here, Tampico, right here, it's right here next to where the jail's at, Haven for Hope. And it's got, and it's right next to it is the, Haven for Hope, so I can get my ID, I can get everything done. I did, after, all this stuff, I got revoked with probation. And those times, it's whenever I was just on a bad street and I was on drugs, and it's really just, but now I want to go take medication for the problems. My office they just to pump you up on drugs, and then you have to get out, and then you gotta like try to get back on them. You know, shouldn't you try to, you know, get there and back to Palo Alto, you know, and sad up. I've been there. I've been to prison. You know, send me to hell, burn the hell Clemens unit. That's where they taught me, you know, what right and wrong is. So you know, I really, I'm terrified. When you know, send me to hell, burn the hell Clemens unit. And I've had my head beaten in. I'm sorry. David Munoz, the officer, public servant, he saved my life. He took the drugs out of my mouth because I didn't want to go to jail for it. And he beat it out of my mouth and banged his head on the way out of the car. And I understand he saved my life. So bless his heart. Annabelle Sedania, I'm sorry. I can give her, give the 5 people a whole rundown of the girl, where she used her stuff at, and get her back on track if I can. Sherry Cooper said she you know, because she's on probation. You gave her probation for it recently, and she said that she will write a statement saying that, you know, that I did take the ID when the officer said, "Was this Annabelle Stanley?" She said yes. I said, "No, it's not her. I didn't want to go to jail. She's 7 months pregnant. She did have a baby, and she named the baby after me for doing it so that she didn't have her baby in jail." And I'm and all the dismissals. I've worked with the people and they got my cases dismissed. I'm just really something I can't say, but I'm going to say it anyways because I don't want to go to prison. I really don't want to go to prison. And I got another address right here. In Medina, in Medina, and I got the address and the phone number. You can call her. It's right here. I have the address.
All right, Mr. Delisi, before we even consider those addresses, it would
Oh,
have to result in me placing you on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not going to place you on probation. You bargained for 6 years with the state. I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Yes.
On June 19th, 2026, Amber Leigh Holland appeared in a Texas court for a plea hearing. The state reduced the charge to possession of a controlled substance, less than 1 gram, a state jail felony. The judge explained her rights, including the right to a jury trial and the right to remain silent. Ms. Holland confirmed she understood and voluntarily waived those rights. The judge accepted her guilty plea and granted deferred adjudication for 2 years. This means the judge did not enter a formal finding of guilt, giving her a chance to complete probation successfully. Conditions include regular drug testing, 150 hours of community service, proof of employment, and no unsupervised contact with minors. The judge also inquired about her support system and encouraged her to surround herself with positive influences. Ms. Holland stated she is employed, participates in recovery programs, and tested negative for drugs. The court followed the plea agreement, and she waived her right to appeal. The resolution emphasizes rehabilitation and accountability.